بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Allah says in the Quran, وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُوهُم وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ. That destruction, woe, destruction for those who do tatfif. What does tatfif mean? There's tafsir after it. الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ. When they take their rights from other people in terms of the transaction. So I have to pay you, I have to give, let's say for example, I have to take from you 100 kilograms, 1 ton. So yastawfun, they make sure to take everything. They take everything, don't let anything go. Like, even if it's like a half kilo less, they don't say, oh, it's all right. They say, no, half kilo is still left. 100 kilograms, and a little bit is left, they go back and say, no. Yes, you pay like a, so they want to take everything. But then on the other hand, وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ يُخْسِرُونَ. When I have to pay them money, it's like, I'll pay you next week. Instead of £1,000, let me give you this. 950 is all right, it'll work. So they want to take everything they can for themselves. And then they want to do what? When they have to give, then they want discount. So the asal verse is referring to, the chapter is referring to, this hadith is referring, this Quranic verse is referring to business. And taking your right and paying. This is people in tatfif, this is destruction, this is evil characteristics. When you want to take, you take everything. When you want to give, you don't want to give. Yes. So even though the verse is regarding tijara and business, it applies to us in all of our life. It applies to us throughout our life. That when it suits us, what do? We take everything. We don't let anything go. It's against us, what do? We take everything. So it can apply, for example, anyway, let's say you're Hafiz the Quran. So you say, oh, I'm a Hafiz the Quran, therefore I should be respected. I'm the Imam, I should be respected. But then, so yastawfun, I should be given all my full rights. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ. What do you have to give the people? Are you coming on time? Are you doing salah correctly? Are you giving nasiha? Are you giving wa'ad? Are you being nasih and sincere to the people or not? You're a teacher. Are you a student? I'm a student of knowledge. I should be respected. These are my rights. So you, yastawfun, give me my rights. This is what I am due. But are you fulfilling responsibilities? Tatfif. Not exactly, but same principle, isn't it? So I was just thinking about this. This is what happens with us as well, human beings. So when my mother passed away, some people wrote a message, like, this message is not correct. There's two messages. One is like, oh, he offers a great khidmah. That he went, somebody wrote, I don't know who wrote this, a message that he's done, I can't remember, I saw somebody was upstairs, so I wasn't paying attention. But the end of it was, Maulana Hashim took his mom to the haram and she passed away there and he did a great khidmah there. It's like the word khidmah and children in the same sentence. That itself is isatul adab to your parents. But how can we fulfill, how can we even claim or make a claim that we've done the khidmah of our parents? No, this is incorrect. We simply, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. You can just, when you do something, you just simply acknowledging to your parents that I know you have a right over me. I can never fulfill this right, but I just doing all of this stuff to just show you that I know there's a right you have over me, I can never fulfill. But to say to do khidmah of the parents, that itself is a contradictory statement. Can never fulfill the rights of our parents. Another person wrote something about, again, it's embarrassing, he was quoting him, that Fulan has dedicated his life towards the khidmah of deen. So it's only befitting that his mother is given Jannah Baqi. I say, Ya Allah, this is qalb. That you saying that because I'm doing something, because of that my mother has got Jannah Baqi. Don't you have any aql? It's the opposite way around. Because of our parents and their du'as and their efforts and their sacrifice is why Allah gives us tawfiq to, they're the one that taught us Quran. They're the one that has put us sent us to madrasa. Imagine you're in another country, you're sending your son to another country, you don't know what's happening there. And giving them up like totally, like, here, go study 6 years. So it's their efforts and their sacrifices that we've done something. To put that message that, oh, because of I'm doing something, that's why Allah rewarded my mother with this. This is qalb al-mawdu', this is like, this is jahala. Obviously you can't respond to people like this, but it's like, I guess emotions, they write different things, it's totally wrong. So you have to understand that this is, we have to keep ourselves in. And also I was just thinking about, so in the last day when I was pushing my mum down the wheelchair, was obviously it's summertime, it was quite hot. So by the time we come back, we took 7 rounds, about 11 o'clock in the morning, like sweat. And your head is all sweat all over the place. So when I came back and I looked at myself, we were in the lift, and I saw myself all sweating. So before my ego could do anything, I said, I addressed my ego, and I said, your ego, you're a filthy person, your ego. You're going to remember this rest of your life. No? That, oh, I took my mum for tawaf and I was sweating. You're going to remember this. But can you ever remember, you'll bookmark this for your own ego, innit? That maybe I see khidmat ki. I address my ego. I say, that's dirty, you're filthy, you're evil ego. You're going to bookmark this, I done the khidmat. Can you even recall one time that you bookmark another time, I was sick, my mum helped me? Do you remember? They must be in it. But you don't bookmark that. You bookmark what suits you in it. You didn't bookmark that time I was a young child, I vomited, my mum ever anything. Instead of running away, what did she do? She catch the vomit and clean it up. You didn't bookmark that. Okay, I remember this. You know what happened? Because, hey, in memory. But you don't bookmark that in your memory. No? You don't bookmark that. I had diarrhea. And I don't know if my clothes got dirty. Or this happened. Or that happened. I was vomiting. I was wheezing. Dad took me to hospital. Sacrificed this. You don't bookmark all of those things. The thing that suits you. You bookmark those. So before my ego get anything, this is the وَيْلُ الْمُطَفِّفِينَ. And when you want to say, oh, your thing, you say, let me just phone. Remember all of this. And the things that favor upon you, you don't remember those. So it's the same thing as well. And then Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu, never knows his story. Now what happened? A person came and he had his mum on his back. And he took her from all the way. Marish, I told the story many times as well. He took her for the whole of Umrah, whole of Tawaf, not whole of Umrah, whole of Hajj. And he said, he had a poem that he said, Ana ba'iruha al-mudallal, that I am like, you know, I'm like a camel for her. I took her on my back and I done this and I done all of this. Can I fulfill her right? Yes, the whole Hajj he took her around on the back. So Abdullah ibn Umar said, what? You have not even fulfilled one breath when she was giving birth to you, and that one breath that she had exerted, you know, in giving birth. You haven't fulfilled even that one responsibility. So this is the thing. So that message that went, some message sent on this, what messages, these are all inappropriate to even do the word, like to attribute khidmah to your parents, that you think you've done the khidmah of your parents, or to say these things. We are just the results of their sacrifices and their efforts. So even then we should make sure that we keep ourselves. And I said this is even only for like 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. We stay in England, she's in Barbados, we don't do any khidmah. So this is all inappropriate messages that we are wrong, but what can you do? So you have to remember that, keep ourselves grounded, that we are nothing what we do to our parents. What we are today, yes, it's a result of our parents, our grandparents. Sometimes I look back, that we think, oh, I'm at madrasa, I studied. But who put the effort in 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that they could afford to send to madrasa? Like for example, look in Barbados, like they came 1950s or so to Barbados. Now you have a group of Indian young boys, or middle-aged men, they move to a foreign country. Now, is it halal food, not halal food? Now for them to even decide we're going to call ulama over to try to create a maktab, they could have said, well, forget it, we're going to get married. But they could have just gone like haywire, ain't it? Get involved in zina, alcohol. And actually before our community went there were actually other people, another from West Bengal. His family is no longer Muslim. He came alone. Nobody else came with him, and maybe he was a Muslim, maybe still is Islam, but his children are no longer Muslims. So we think today, weird, even in Barbados, there's Darul and there's Madaris and there's Quran and there's Hufad. Sometimes you see some of the young kids reading, even here as well, Barbados, they have a jalsa, and the kids reading Quran at the age of 7, 8, and like Khalid al-Basit. So you say, mashallah, but stay in your lane, that's not you. That's those people who are in the grave, who sacrifice, that's their effort today. It's not you that you're 7 years old, 8 years old, and 10 years old, come half and for jalsa. You, these are results of those people who are in the grave, who protected the deen, preserved the deen, gave sacrifice and gave efforts. Today, you have an 8-year-old boy becoming half the Quran. Somebody 18 just to get married and not commit zina and stay on deen is a bigger sacrifice than that 8-year-old boy becoming a qari and a hafiz. So you have to understand, like, don't become way mutaffifin. We take all the credit. We're trying to hijack the show. Reality is, we have done nothing. Nothing we have done. We're all the results of the du'as of our parents, our elders, our teachers, the ulama before us, the people before us, the people who set the legacy before us. So whatever you achieve, remember that we have nothing. You should always keep this in mind. We'll give you tawfiq to understand this. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.